And for the latest in the aftermath of Boris Johnson's resignation, we are now connected with our very own correspondent all the way in London, Fitria Sungkar. Hi, Fitria.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi there. So what has been the public's reaction to Boris Johnson's decision, at least temporarily, to stay on as caretaker?
At first, we have to understand that the position of caretaker is likely to be happen. It happens when Theresa May resigned and then moved to Boris, and within that gap, she still is the caretaker prime minister. But if you hear Boris Johnson's speech yesterday, there's not a share of remorse, and there's he doesn't say sorry for all the things that he had done, even to the point where 50 aides and government ministers quit in protest, and that doesn't sit well with his constituents, the public, and his fellow colleagues. That prompted the leader of opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, sternly said that Boris Johnson should not be allowed to even be a caretaker prime minister because the disastrous nature of his leadership. The thing is, after resignation of 50 people, it's quite difficult to see whether the government can function until autumn, where the Conservative Party can do a vote. Simply put, whoever wins the Tory leadership campaign will be the prime minister. The thing is, next week, within a couple of weeks, Parliament will go into recess. So there's a strict timeline, and even that, there's still a lot of discussion within the Conservative Party itself whether the vote should wait until September when Parliament is back, or as soon as Tuesday.
I see. Fitria, it's Kai here, and we spoke yesterday, and you mentioned that it is going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to take time because there is going to be lobbying involved, right? And Boris Johnson has filled vacant posts in his cabinet after a wave of resignations, has left a lot of roles empty and shattered his authority. How is the transition process going to be so far? Because there has been statements that the resigned cabinet members do not want to return to their posts, or they're willing to return to that post unless they're willing to return if Boris Johnson is not the caretaker. Now that he is a caretaker, what's going to happen?
Well, that's the difficult thing, Kai. As we see, even yesterday, before Boris Johnson officially gave his resignation speech, even though in that speech itself he doesn't say that he's resigning, he still appoints 3 different ministers, and later in the afternoon, he's still going with the cabinet member, because the difficult thing is, government still has to continue. There's policy to be made. There's decision to be taken. So, in hindsight, it's a complete chaos. The only certainty that we have up until this noon in London time, there will still be a lot of uncertainty. But people are relying on the 1922 Tories committee that maybe has the power to push this vote to vote a new party leader that will be the prime minister. But then again, there's a time constraint where the member of that committee itself will be up for a new election next Monday. So in a way, I don't know whether Boris, he doesn't want to resign in the first place. He rejoiced in the fact that there's a high possibility that he will stay until autumn, or, Tory members, Tory MPs decided to come together as a party to boot him out as soon as possible, because people don't want him to be there. Neither the Tory MPs, neither are the people. So something has to be done, and we still don't know what it's going to be.
Okay, Fitria, just to stress it one more time. So the new Prime Minister is expected to be in position in September. And I think the contest is already underway anyway before it'll be confirmed next week, right? So, but if we're talking about the official general election for the new British Prime Minister, when will it be? And is it out in the news yet when it will be?
When it comes to general election itself, I think most likely that's not going to happen unless the opposition party, that is SNP, the Labour Party, trigger a vote of no confidence towards the ruling party now. It's currently still Conservative Party. But it's still weighing, like I said earlier, the only thing that Parliament can do right now is within the power of, like, in the 1922 Backbenchers Committee, that they can push this vote within the Conservative Party itself to vote a new leader. The thing is that that committee is up for election for a new member committee on Monday. But if they do that quickly enough, they can only trigger a new party election on Tuesday. But the general election itself, I don't think that's going to happen, because after 12 years in power, I don't think Conservative Party wants to give away that power and let the other opposition party to take and move into number 10.
Right, Fitria, thanks so much. We wish we had more time to discuss what possible candidates could replace him, but we will check in with you again at a later time. Take care over there. We'll talk to you again soon.